This is a Wise Owl 2 coming at you from the sea where I live. I made some videos previously on telepathic communication with animals. I showed lots of people out there how to communicate telepathically with your animals using the transparent tube method. Then I made another recording where another video I made on taking away the test tube. The transparent tube. Remove the transparent tube and using your mind to mind communication with your animals. Okay? So, let me tell you what happened. After I made this video, I saw my cat on the other side of the archway. I have an archway separating two sides of the house. And my cat, cheesesteak is what you call that cat, was relaxing on the other side, on the sofa. Right? And I say, I want to see if I can take away the transparent tube, and I want to stay in the archway right here, not far from where I'm looking at. You can't see it. And the cat is looking the other direction, towards the television and the wall, the opposite direction. The cat's not asleep. He's just relaxing. So I'm going to see if I can use the telepathic communication with him to look at me. Now, I didn't use the transparent tube method. I didn't. So what I did is I used my telepathy to have the cat look at me. Okay? So I say, look at me, cheesesteak, the cat's name, and then I picture him looking at me more and more. Now, the cat's ear went up out of nowhere, like they heard somebody speaking or talking to them. It went up. You know how the cat does that? The ear went up, and the cat started to lift his head a little bit, like that, and close his eyes. And you know how the cats relax with the ears up and everything, like this. You know how I kind of look, and the ears go up. So she heard my thoughts. I knew the cat was hearing my thoughts, but my cat, being stubborn with me, like always, cats are more stubborn than dogs. I kept doing this. I keep doing it, proceeding. And the more I proceeded, the more the cat heard me, and the more the cat went up with their eyes. Then the cat started looking around like this. It was looking the other way. I was behind him. I was behind the cat. He was looking forward, going like this, with the eyes closed. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go closer to the cat. Just go a little closer behind it and see, and ask the cat mentally, telepathically, to look at me. And I want to keep envisioning the cat looking at me at the same time. I command it. You know that voice you have inside your head that you talk to? You know, with your own voice, my thoughts. So I used my own voice thoughts, and I went not far from the cat. I went closer and said, look at me, look at me. And voila, the cat put his eyes up, her ears up, his ears up, like listen to something. Close his eyes like this, comfortably, and look like that behind me, like that. So it worked. I just got to do it a longer distance. You know, my meditations for longer distance. Now, if this cat was somewhere else, if this cat was in a different state, if I'm in this state, let's say Pennsylvania, the cat was in New Jersey or Minnesota, whatever, I will use the tube, the transparent tube method to communicate with the cat. But as the cat was close to me, I took away the tube, the transparent tube. I made a video on this. If you want to go to my Wise Owl 2 and check on this, you can. So I put it to use, and it does work. Sometimes the cats are too stubborn. They hear you, and they know that you're somewhere around to turn their heads back and forth. But sometimes the cats are stubborn. They want to communicate with you like dogs do. So you will hear. You have to go close to the animal. If you're not going to use the transparent tube, you have to get a little closer to the animal to see if they hear you or sense you, to look at you. Same thing with my little dog, Lucky, who died. A small little Pomeranian Yorkie who died. I was trying to communicate with her. She kept coming to me, and looking at me. And I said, I wonder what this dog keeps looking at me for. What does this dog want? What does this dog want? I made a video about this story. The dog keeps coming at me and looking at me up and up almost every day, every day. Now my sister Virginia in the morning time always feeds the dog. I don't feed the dog. She does. So for a couple of mornings or a few mornings, the dog keeps coming to me, looking up at me, sitting down in front of me, looking at me. I was wondering, what in the world does this dog want? So I finally pray a prayer to Saint Francis of Assisi, who is into animal. I always pray to him for telepathic communication. So I said to this happened a long time ago, when I was first starting to do my telepathy with animals many years ago. I prayed to Saint Francis, give me the power to communicate with this animal. This animal just won't do it. So I use the mind-to-mind communication. I look at the animal. What do you want from me? What? In my mind. And so I got fed up. And I started talking to the animal. Tell me from your mind to my mind what you want. And then I said to St. Francis, St. Francis, I'm tired of this. What does this dog want? And I went and I looked, and something told me to go down lower, because the dog is very low to the floor. The dog is not a tall dog. A big dog is very, very close to the floor. Small. Something tell me, get closer to the floor. And I did. And I saw the dog eating out of his dish. So right away I knew, right here I saw it. So right away I knew the dog wanted food. And what happened? I got some food and put it on the plate. And the dog started eating. I was right. The dog was hungry. Now, but for a few days, my sister feeds the dog every morning, same time. My sister saw me feeding the dog. Came up and said, "Oh, I'm glad you fed the dog." For a couple of days, I was late feeding the dog. I was so busy doing my chores. She and I, we have chores to do around the house. Oh, and I keep forgetting to feed the dog. I'm glad you fed the dog for me. See how it is? So sometimes you have to be close to the dog, or at a nearer distance to the animal that you're communicating with telepathically. Remember that, if you communicate telepathically with an animal, and they hear you and they look around and wondering where it's coming from, the message that you're giving to them, go closer to them. Okay? You need sound, mental sound and command and speech, and you need vision to go along with it. Alright? And it'll come through you, okay? Alright, this is Wise Out 2 coming at you for the See Where I Live. Just letting you know what to expect when you communicate with animals, okay? What procedures to take, what you should be doing. In case this doesn't work, use that, okay? This is Wise Out 2 coming at you for the See Where I Live. Over and out. Have a good day. Bye-bye.